Marnie, I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. What are we doing? What are we doing? It is not breakfast time. What you doing? Roly poly, roly poly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good evening. We're doing a little closing night shift, night routine vlog tonight. A lot of other people will post these as sort of like a closing shift vlog, which is really funny because I did used to work in the serving industry and I always refer to this as a closing shift, especially when I am leaving to go to Ashton's place in the evening. I'll tell him like, okay, I just have to do my closing shift and I'll be out of here, as a way of like closing up shop before either going to his place or going to bed. But it is a really fun way of kind of phrasing just like a nighttime routine, nighttime pickup, cleaning, and getting the house ready for another day. So I made a couple of these on TikTok and I really like making them. So I wanted to try making a long form version of my closing shift night routine. So welcome to tonight's video, I guess. It's already 11:30, but I started this at probably 9. So I'm definitely feeling a little tired. Marnie is probably ready for bed. She tucks her head in when she wants to go to sleep. But yeah, welcome to a little night in my life with Marnie and the big hole in my favorite t-shirt that the cats made, actually. This cat would let me carry her around all day if I could. Anyway, I gotta put you down because I gotta talk about stuff in this video. I really do like having a clean house at the end of the day though. So as you saw, I've tidied up the kitchen, Swiffered. I'm gonna vacuum tomorrow, but I just wanted to Swiffer first to get most of the cat hair out of here. I love the way my home looks in the evenings with all of this warm mood lighting, a lot of lit candles and candlesticks. The fireplace is going, so it's definitely a very cozy, safe environment. I do have a tarot and oracle card reading that a client bought. So I wanted to do it for this vlog, but I'm not sure if I will because I do have a little bit of a headache. When it comes to readings, your energy is just so crucial. So if I feel the littlest bit off or tired or have a headache, or if I had like a glass of wine or something, I'm not in the correct headspace to give the best reading that I can give, and I want to make sure I have the clearest pathways when I'm doing a reading. So I do have to do that, but I might wait until tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, it's just gonna be a really relaxing vlog showing you what I do. Starting with my latest go-to evening drink, the raspberry rose poppy, the best one. What makes it even better is I've been adding Apothecary's Rosé Tinted Glasses Mood Support Tincture. This one is one of my favorites. As I said, it's mood support, especially this time of year. I feel like it really helps. There's hibiscus flower, rosehip, lion's mane, chrysanthemum, a lot of other really good herbal supplements in here as well, and it's pink. I use this one a lot, and I think the rosé like flavoring goes really well with the raspberry rose. So this pairing together, top tier. I do also have a discount code for this, as always, Makayla15 at checkout. The M is capitalized and it does have to be on orders over $75, but there are a lot of bundle options on Apothecary's site, so it's not that hard to use and it does make a big difference. And it's so good. You've been keeping up with my content for the last couple of months. You know that I have started to use Apothecary. I think back in December was when they first sent over some goodies for me to try, and I am a big fan. I use Apothecary products a lot. Let me show you my little Apothecary corner. I've been keeping all of my Apothecary products back here in this corner, so I have all the tinctures that I use and then all of my favorite powdered supplements. The reason that I'm showing you all of my Apothecary products is because not only do I love them and have been using them for a couple of months, but this video is very exciting because Apothecary is sponsoring today's video. And they're definitely a brand that I love so much. This is the first video that they're sponsoring, so it is a big deal. I'm so excited. And I wanted to share with you some of my favorite Apothecary products that I would recommend if you are thinking about trying Apothecary. These are the products that I would probably recommend starting with, or at least giving a chance. So as I showed you, all of my Apothecary products are back here in this corner. Some of my go-tos that I use all the time include the Rosé Tinted Glasses that I just showed you. This is the Mood Support Tincture. What I like about this one is it has that daytime buzz minus the booze. So I do feel calmer and more relaxed with this mood support. They also recently just came out with this Never Been Bitter one, which kind of has like an orange citrus taste. And this one's really good for your digestive system as well as like bloating. Apothecary also just came out with your wildest greens, which is literally your greens in a tincture liquid form. So you can dilute this with water or put it into a smoothie and you'll get your daily dose of greens in. So those are the liquid like tinctures that I've been loving. I would also recommend the Slay All Day powdered herb supplement. This one is sort of like a matcha. I like to put this one in coconut milk and add honey just to give it a little sweeter taste. But this has Japanese matcha, Siberian ginseng, and chlorella in it, so lots of good things. This matcha though, they recently sent over and it is so good. It was like smoky when I opened it because it was so well like preserved in there. Best matcha I've ever had. All of the Apothecary products come with this really nice quality gold spoon. It's hefty, it's heavy, and this is what you measure the powdered supplements with. So I keep it on this little vintage heart-shaped plate that I found thrifting a while ago. I think it's really cute. Some of my other favorites though include Do Not Disturb. I'll show you this later on in this video because I've been having this before bed. I put about 2 scoops of Do Not Disturb in a cup with chamomile tea and honey, and I have seriously never slept better. Like, I feel the effect of this before I even finish the drink and it helps me sleep. You can see I've definitely made a dent on this one, so I've been using that every single night. I also really like the Mind Over Matter because I get a lot of my mushroom powdered supplements in this one. And then another favorite is the Stop Your Whining Evening Calm powdered supplement. So this is like a glass of red wine minus the hangover, minus the headache, like minus the effects of alcohol. So if you are sober or trying to be more sober, I know it's such a personal journey and I struggle with it a lot, but having products such as Apothecary in the house help so much. I mean, even just being able to add that tincture to my poppy makes it so much better. I do really notice the difference, and I've been using their products consistently for a few months now, and I've been recommending them to everyone in my life. Those are some of my favorites that I've been using, but they have so many more. But you cannot go wrong. Like, whatever you're looking for, whether it's to get more of your greens in, whether it's to find a sober alternative to that same effect that a glass of wine might have on you in like a positive way, looking for a way to get more of your mushroom supplements in, like, I swear there's an herbal supplement or tincture for anything on Apothecary's website, so definitely give it a look. See if anything catches your eye. I recommend doing like a bundle or trying one of their kits because then you get a little bit of everything, and with my discount code it will make a big difference. So Makayla15 at checkout, definitely use it. And again, a huge thank you to Apothecary for sponsoring today's video. It's so exciting because they are a brand that I love so much. It's become such a daily routine for me to include in my drinks, my morning drinks. I've got the evening ones, so I'm gonna be showing you some more this evening, but that's my little Apothecary corner. I'm going to enjoy my poppy with my Apothecary supplement on the couch. I think I'm going to read a little bit. I've been reading Everyday Awakening by Catherine Duncan. I've talked about this a couple of times because I actually grew up with the author's daughter, and she's also who gave me a copy of her mom's book. But this is a really good spiritual book that integrates kind of like the idea of 5 really simple practices to include into your life that will help you live fully, feel deeply, and come into your heart and soul. And honestly, it has been helping. I've been going through a lot of challenging family, complex, like grief and trauma and just a lot of stuff from the past coming up, and then a lot of stuff that hasn't happened yet that is weighing heavily on my family. And I felt very called to pick up this book. I thought it would help, and it honestly has been helping a ton. So I'll link it down below. And it's a really like quick, easy read. I'm already halfway through. I could probably finish it tonight or tomorrow. Now that the house is clean, let's sit back and enjoy this evening for a little bit before heading up to bed. I also wanted to share my 2024 goals and resolutions into this vlog because I know I usually make a whole video on that, and I didn't do that this year, so we're just gonna casually throw it into this video. So I'm gonna do that later this evening upstairs as well. But let's get reading. couch all ready for bed. I just need to take out my contacts. I don't want to do that until I'm done with this video because it's so much easier to film when I can see, obviously. I was reading on the couch for almost an hour. I'm definitely feeling pretty tired. I mean, most nights I really do need this tea to help feel sleepy, but yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I slept over at Ashton's and he had to get up at like 7 today for work. Even though I went back to sleep around 8:30, I did wake up at 7 when he woke up and couldn't fall back to sleep, and now it's 12:30, so this is actually a really long day and my body is not used to waking up that early and I can feel it. I try to run through an edit of whatever video is going out next before bed just to feel like I'm getting something done, like a little bit of productivity, but I never bring my laptop charger up with me. I should make sure that's unplugged. If you follow me on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make sure it's unplugged downstairs. But I never bring my charger up, so I just edit one time through a video or until my laptop dies, just so that I'm doing something productive before bed. I think I could finish this book tonight, so I'm gonna work on this book. I'm also filming like a reading vlog right now, so I wanna film a clip about this. I have my journal. I saved part of the bouquet that my roses came in yesterday for Valentine's Day because I want to add them to my journal. I feel like I've been going through a lot of heavy emotions lately. I'm gonna try to journal as well before I fall asleep. So I do have a couple of things. Oh, and then this is like my work binder, and that's also, it's got like all my work stuff. That's also up here. Just wanna make sure work is done for the evening. Is this lighting weird? We're gonna mix it up. I've been having this orange light on. I also forgot to turn on my purple pink lights downstairs until I was pretty much done filming this video. And that's very abnormal because I feel like I usually have those purple lights on every single night. I've been feeling this orange light because I've been reading in it, but I feel like whenever I film, I feel like I always film in purple lighting. That's more like it. But I wanted to share some of my 2024 goals and resolutions tonight because since 2020, I have been making this video where I share my goals and resolutions for the year, and then like the following year, I show myself saying what I am hoping for, clipped with it coming true. And I've been doing that for like 4 years at this point. This is the first year where I naturally just didn't make the video. It didn't happen. I was planning on it, but then it didn't happen. So I was just like, whatever. If I have to force it, it's not worth it. I don't want to force it. Like, it just didn't happen. But I think what made it so special the last couple of years is that I had some really big things on those lists. I mean, I literally had buy a house on one of my goals and resolutions, and then the following year it came true. So that was really cool to like pin that together, to see me manifesting it and then it coming true, and doing that with like different like YouTube milestones or travel plans. I feel like it's one of those years where I don't have like a big life event on my resolutions list, and I was afraid that it wouldn't make like an exciting video, which is so silly. The point of me making those videos and like sharing these resolutions, it was always to put it out there, hold myself accountable, and just like say it so that when it happens, I can like go back and reference it. I don't know why I was so hard on myself. I also think a lot of my goals and resolutions this year are just personal or repetitive, but I do have my list of goals and resolutions here, and although I shared my journal video a couple of videos ago about how I like structure and set up my journal each year, I know I showed the page, so if you like pause to read it, you already know, but I'll just go through it and talk about some of my goals and resolutions here. One thing that has always been consistent about those videos since my 2021, which is so insane to think I did a 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024. So this is the 5th year that I'll be doing this. And I do think it is like a little magical saying it and making this video. And now I'm a little bit superstitious about it because I have been doing it. So I feel like I have to keep making them. But the thing about these videos is I've always made them in bed, sitting like cross-legged like this, with purple lights on. I mean, one year I think I was standing, but like the premise is the same. It's late, it's before bed, just sharing my journal. So I did want to keep it pretty accurate to like how it started. Here are my 2023 goals and resolutions. I'd like to reach 22K on Instagram. My social media has grown in a year. 30K. I'd like to have a new YouTube video go viral. Going off of that, I would like consistent brand deals. Big thank you to Jobs for sponsoring a portion of today's video. They are sponsoring a small portion. This video is actually sponsored by big thank you to Party Hat for partnering. I'd like to monetize and earn money on TikTok. I earned $59 my first month, $203.68. I am going to launch new merch this year. Also want to relaunch my podcast. I just want to reconnect with who I was in 2020, 2021. I really lost my drive, and that's what I'm trying to get back to. Like, I was a workaholic, to say the least. I want to get new tattoos this year. I want to travel. I'm going to New York with Ashton. He and I are also going out to California for a wedding. And those are just two of probably more trips I'll take. In 2023, I want to read 30 books. I actually only read 23 or 24 books. I want to improve my yoga and flexibility. I just want to know my body better and treat my body better and feel more in control. I'm so excited to see what I can do a year later, because I bet a handstand will seem easy to me. I want to redo my dining room area. I also want to finish my bedroom. I have this vision of art pieces up here, 2 shelves. I'm gonna get a circle mirror back there. I've got a picture frame. So I'm really excited to see what this year has in store. I'm so excited to travel. I'm so excited to see Taylor Swift in concert. I'm excited to really focus on work again and building my brand better and making better YouTube videos. So the first thing on my list is to hit 120K on YouTube. I think it feels as attainable as it feels ambitious. I think I'm at 111K right now. It could happen, we'll see. I also just have the same type of goal for Instagram. 35K seems attainable, who knows. Partially out of my control, but something to work toward. I would also love for a new YouTube video to go viral. I don't even know what viral really means to me anymore. I guess just anything over like 100K. That's not really viral, but it's done well. A couple of years ago, I think my videos were at their like peak, and I know it's because I was making a lot of OnlyFans content. Last year, my plant tour, my houseplant tour, I think kind of blew up, and that would be one of my viral videos right now. I feel like these are important to me, but not important for me to make like a whole video about. This one is definitely ambitious, and it hasn't happened since 2020, but because it did happen, I know it's possible, so I'm just gonna put it out there. I would love to earn $5,000 a month from YouTube. There was a time when the RPM gods were on my side, the algorithm gods, everyone was working together, and I was able to earn $5,000 just straight from AdSense. It was a different time. I was getting different views. I think my RPM was really high because of the OnlyFans finance relevancy, but it happened, so I know it's possible. So I always just add that, because if I could like strike gold with that again, oh my god, that would be so helpful, because $5,000 is basically what I need each month to pay my bills, which sounds expensive, but everything is so expensive now these days. Like, everything went up. So it'd be really cool if YouTube could support that. Kind of going off of that, more monthly brand deals, consistent brand deals. That's how I pay my bills, so it would be really nice to count on it consistently. This next one is pretty vague, kind of goes off of the last couple of ones, but financial blessings, because sometimes you won't know exactly how the money will show up. So I just try to like open myself up as much as I can to the possibility by attracting, manifesting, and asking for financial blessings. I am allowing the universe to kind of like control or decide how it appears, but just opening myself up to like different ways that money can come into my life. I should make a whole video on that. I feel like I have one about like money manifestation. I do. I'm gonna link it above and down below. It basically just talks all about how to manifest money. And I cover so many different specific like manifestation techniques to help increase your finances. Ooh, this next one I really have to hold myself accountable to, and it's something I wanted to do last year and then didn't do, but I should do this year. It is submit publications. So above all else, I'm a writer. Before I found my passion for YouTube, I had a big passion, well, I still do, for writing, and I was pretty good at it. Like, I had 4 or 5 publications a year. I was submitting my writing. I was getting paid a decent amount for these publications at age like 19. I sort of transitioned where I was expressing all of my emotions from on paper to on camera, and I feel like I hit a point where I became very private about what I was going through and no longer wanted to share my writing. I am still so passionate about writing, and I mean, I'm holding my journal and I journal almost every single day, so I do write a lot, and I would love to write a book. I mean, I have written books. I would love to publish a book, or at least just more of my own writing. In order to do that, I have to submit my writing. So I would love to submit more publications this year and put my writing out there. On the topic of publications and books and all of that, my next one is to read 50 books. This last year, I read 23 books. I went through a couple of months where I wasn't reading at all, and then I went through months where I was reading like 5, 6, 10 books a month. I don't think 10, but you know, I was reading a lot. And in the summer, I can read books very quickly. Right now, it is February 15th, and I have read 4 books. I think this is my 5th book. So I'm on a good track, because last year I was only on like book number 2 at this point. So I think I can do it. I really do. I really think I can. Ooh, okay, very similar. The next one is to write and get paid to write on Medium. I have had the inkling to start posting on Medium for over a year now, and I did start a little bit last December, like a year ago last December. But if I could just dedicate a week and try, I want to make a video where, you know, I try writing on Medium for a week or a month, and this is how much money I've made. I know it's possible. It'd be really fun. I'm just gonna do it. I have an itch for it, so I know that I should probably try it. My next resolution this year is to work with brands that I love, and I can actually check this one off tonight because I'm working with Apothecary, and they are one of my favorite brands, and I love them so much. So I can literally add right now, Apothecary. I always write next to it too, like what brands or whatever I'm crossing off, I'll add details to. So I can add Apothecary, but I made it really small, so hopefully I have room for more brands that I'm working with this year that I love to add them as well. My next resolution is to meet/make new friends. I have this on my resolutions list almost every single year, but last year I feel like I really was writing like a lot of names next to this, and I met a lot of people that I love so much this year. So who knows? That is what I love about like the unknowing of the future, is like there are so many people that I haven't met yet that are going to be some of the most important people in my life. There are going to be so many songs that I haven't heard yet that will be my favorite songs, so many books I haven't read yet that will be some of my favorite books. So that is such a great reminder when I need reminders like that. This next one is in all caps, and it is just tattoos. My partner is a tattoo artist. I try not to take advantage of that, but I do get a couple of tattoos a year, usually, hopefully. One year, I think I only got 1 tattoo, and it was those flowers, but I'd love to get some new tattoos this year. I could tell you what my plans are, or I'll just show you later on this year, but I've got some new tattoos. I actually have a whole page. That's what I'll do. I'll just show you my tattoo page, because I have the tattoos that I have so far and all of the tattoos that I want. So here are some of the tattoos that I would love to get. I know I won't get all of them this year, but at the moment, those are all the tattoos on my mind of like, oh, I wanna get this here, this there. I'd love to get this tattoo somewhere. So when I'm like trying to decide what tattoo to get, it's gonna be one that is on this page. Ashton's building a new tattoo shop right now, and then he's moving his business to that new location. So he told me I could get the first tattoo in the new shop, and that is coming up very, very soon. So I'm really excited about that. The next goal or resolution this year that I have is new yoga tricks. I had this on my list last year, and I crossed off grasshopper, handstands. Handstand was like the big one. So I'm very curious to see what new tricks I'm able to do this year in my yoga practices. This next one though is in all caps, and that is pay off debt. I'm in a lot of debt, not gonna lie. I feel like I was mostly responsible, but the beginning part of my debt is when I was still making an insane amount of money from OnlyFans and spending an insane amount, because I thought that I would still consistently be earning a lot, and then it slowly trickled down, and I knew I had to start to be more like cautious of my spending. It was a mix of that. I also tend to use forms of escapism when I'm not doing well. So there was a while where I was not doing well at all, and I was just traveling a ton to mask what I was actually going through, and I was just charging all of it and thought I'm gonna worry about that later. Now it's later and I'm worrying about it. But other than that, it's just like life. Like if you saw my vlog recently where I had to get $2,000 worth of car repairs, I had just paid off one of my biggest credit cards and I was so proud of that. And then I found out my car needed all of those repairs, and I just got my car fixed and I had to use the card that I just paid off. So now I'm back in more debt. For the most part though, I do feel like it's all just like cost of living and things, like when I have to charge it. And I'm grateful that I even have the option and like the credit cards to do so, but I'm really trying. I'm trying so hard. I just discovered balance transfers this year, so I know that will help a ton, because I was basically just paying interest on interest on interest last year, and I ended up in more debt than where I started, despite not spending on those cards last year because the interest was so high I just couldn't keep up. So I think we're actually going to make big progress this year now that I have transferred the balances to different cards with a 0% APR for like literally 24 months. I found a really good card, so that should help a ton. On the topic of money, the next one is pretty personal. It's how much money I want to make a month. I probably won't even include this. I just have like how much money I would like to make a month, and it would be a really amazing financial goal if I was able to meet that. So that is on here. Oh, this next one, I've already added something to it, and it is find/make a new stream of income. I added Cheeked Up under this one because that was a new stream of income that I found and made this year. But I feel like there's always new ways to make money, and I'm sure I will get creative this year and find another way to make money. So I added that. And then complete any remaining house projects. I feel like they will never end and I'll always think of new things to do, but that's what makes being a homeowner so fun. I don't have any big house projects. I would love to furnish the basement, but again, I don't really utilize the space anyway, so it would be kind of meaningless at this point. The stairs I'd like to decorate a little bit. I've got some ideas for my kitchen, I'm not going to lie, like very little, but I'm going to make a little video this spring on that. So there's like small house projects, but nothing major. And then the last one on my list is very important, and it better come true or I'll cry. It is touch the ocean again. I am someone that is so easily influenced by nature, somebody that really needs nature and feels so healed by it. So the ocean is very healing to me. And when I was not doing well a couple weeks ago, just like with winter sadness and these dark gloomy days and just feeling so down, the one thing that I kept thinking about is, oh, I wish I could be in the ocean right now. I wish I could touch the ocean. I wish I could just stand in waves and tell the ocean how I feel. Going back to how I used to run away when I wasn't doing well, and that's when I was going on all those trips a few years ago. It worked though. Like I remember being in the Atlantic Ocean in Florida, just like up to my knees with the waves, telling the ocean like my deepest desires and what was making me so sad, and wishing and praying for things that honestly I do have today. So it worked. The ocean is just so healing, and we're made up primarily of water, and I just feel so connected to it. So I know it would really help, and I just want to be in the ocean. I think I'm going to end the video here though, so let me know if you like this video and I can do more. I do love having a nice, cozy, calm, relaxing night routine, and I do try to follow it a lot. I'll also try to make more of these on TikTok because I really do like making the short form vlog content. I already feel the effects of this tea too. It's so good. If you get the Do Not Disturb Apothecary powdered supplement, put it into a tea, an evening tea of your choice. I like the chamomile one from Trader Joe's, or like a sleepy time tea, and then add honey. I do the powder first with honey and the tea bag, and then I add hot water because the hot water helps separate the powder. I feel like it just melts right into the tea, but I also have my spoon here to stir it because sometimes there is residue at the bottom. It is so good. I think that's my favorite way to take the Do Not Disturb supplement. But again, a huge thank you to Apothecary for sponsoring today's today's video. Don't forget to check out their website and use my discount code Makayla15 at checkout. I'd love to hear your thoughts too on the products and what you would recommend or like, or if you find a new way of taking one of their supplements, let me know, because I love experimenting and like trying different ways of making drinks with it, seeing which ones I prefer. It's almost 1 a.m. though, and like I said, I've been up since like 7 a.m. this morning, so I'm going to journal, hopefully read, and definitely knock the F out. Luna's already fast asleep. Usually in the evenings, both of the cats will sleep on this fuzzy white blanket next to me, and they'll sleep next to me all night. It's just a big cuddle party, and they'll stay and sleep with me all night until I get out of bed in the morning, which is just the best thing in the world. I'm gonna journal and head to bed. Thank you so much for joining me this evening on my little closing shift night routine, night in my life, whatever I'm gonna call this, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Good night.